It's heartbreaking to think about, and I could still hear the water rushing and not stopping. It was within an inch of coming into my major living space. This house is a fourth generation house. It was my great grandparents. So the water in the basement hit the ceiling of the basement in its entirety. So that's 7 to 8 feet. And then out here, the water was a straight line about this high.
It was at the hydrant.
It's a hydrant straight across as far as the eye could see.
Because we've had water here before, and we said, okay, let's be proactive, and we started we got the squeegee. We were trying to keep it out of the garage, and then we had the sub pump was on downstairs. But as we started, I don't even know, was it like 4:30, 5 o'clock? It just started, and it came down so hard and so fast that we just couldn't keep up.
My daughter spent 72 hours trying to restore pictures, running them up and hanging them on every wall possible with 11 of her friends. I mean, the dedication and the time and the lack of sleep just to try to maintain items that you never thought you would lose and that were placed in a place to be flood preventative to begin with. And the water got that high. What's high enough? Raising your house isn't high enough. The water's going to keep coming.
So we lost a lot more than we'll ever get back.
Emotionally,
Definitely.
physically, it's just unbelievable. And sometimes you think that, do I sell my home and leave? And you can't. You're trying to maintain the value of it emotionally and financially, but we're not being supported in the greater good,
Putting the sub pump in is really not much we can do on our end that's going to save us. I wish I could say that anything I can do is going to save us, but it's all about where the water's coming from and how the drainage is here, and there needs to be a lot of things done before we can sit at peace. Being able to help people needs to be thought out and planned way ahead of time. They should have been ready for any type of flood here. This is not the first time. I grew up on Elliott Avenue, which is like 3 blocks over, and I've been flooded at least 3 times there through the years, the 70s, 80s. And the water went in the basement, but it's never come up this high into people's homes. And it never came this fast. You had time to make a decision to get out. This time it came so fast, you didn't even have time to make that decision.
We're in between brooks and rivers, and there has been no parallel mitigation since '07. There hasn't been any planning. I don't care how many people say, what we're doing behind the scenes. It's not happening. If it was happening, we would have been prepared. We would have had some systems in place. I mean, it's 2022, and I have been yelling and screaming and begging and crying and fighting since the last large storm in '07, and there is no result. There's nothing I could say that has been done, and I could say it proudly and confidently, that has been done to ensure our safety, quality of life, well-being, trust.
We could sell the house and we thought we would get the right money for it. We probably would get out of here. But we put so much money and time, and this is her family's home since childhood. You don't want to just pack up and leave. And our neighbors and our friends. But you know what? We're not the only ones thinking like that. Everybody I speak to, they want to get out. And that, that's horrible because we grew up here and we love Mamaroneck. And it's a shame. It really is.